So I was just explaining about the heterogeneous nature of the tourism's offer. Like in case of transportation, so like in case of cabs, the nature of the behavior of the driver will not be always same. It will be affected due to several reasons, like he might not be happy sometimes, and if he is like so happy, he can provide the services in a very well way, and he can satisfy the customer, and he can like be very friendly in nature sometimes, and sometimes like unfriendly. So humans natures are like that, and because of that there is a heterogeneous nature in service delivery. And if we talk about the product, that is like homogeneous, like you might be using Apple phone. So what actually happened in the case of product, the quality and the features will always be same, it will not be affected. In case of Apple, like they followed the Six Sigma process, that is like there will be like 0.99% of error only. So all the product that is offered by the Apples, it will be always same, it will be having the same quality. So but that doesn't happen in case of services, in case of tourism, because the it is totally like depend on the people and the human behavior. So because of that, the services which is being provided by the employees, it will always vary from time to time. So that is one characteristics of tourism's offer, like heterogeneity. The fifth characteristics of tourism offer is non-ownership. Like if you will go to any hotel, you can utilize the room, you can utilize the services and amenities that is being provided by the hotels. But the thing is that you cannot own the hotel. In case of cab, in case of transportation also, you can utilize the train, you can utilize the aircraft, but you cannot own the seat in the aircraft. That is the fifth characteristics of the tourism offers. Like in case of attraction, you can go to any destination, whatever the things are there to see, you can see it, but you cannot own it. So that is the fifth characteristic, that is like non-ownership. You cannot own it, you cannot have the ownership of that cab, you cannot have the ownership of the hotel, you cannot have the ownership or the possession of the destination. You can just go there and experience the destination. You can just utilize the services which is being provided in the hotel. So that is the fifth characteristic, non-ownership. And what will be like ownership in the same product? I'm not able to read. What is written there in the transportation sector? Yes, only right to travel, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
What is written in the ownership sector, like in the transportation sector? What is
It
written there?
says only of right to travel in transportation.
Okay. So what can be what can be the what can be the feature that we can own actually in the tourism offers? Like we have the right to travel, that we have like owning the right, and we can travel into cab, we can travel into trains, we can travel into aircraft. That is our right, and we can own it. And what is the second thing in the accommodation sector? I'm not able to read, it is not visible for me.
It says right to stay.
Yeah, so you can just go and stay in the hotel room, but you cannot actually own it. You can have the right to own for one night. You can go there and you can utilize the services. So I will just go to the next slide. That is like issues and challenges in the tourism marketing. So, like we have already discussed about the intangibility feature of the tourism offers. Like it is like very much into we can just get the experience of the destination, you can get the experience of the hotel. So that is like very much intangible, we cannot touch it, we cannot like of we cannot touch and we cannot see it. Like if you are going to any destination, like if you are staying at a resort that is on the beach, you can go on the beach, but you cannot see the wind, that is like breezy air that is coming on the beach. You cannot see the wind, but still you will get the good feeling, you can experience the wind, that will increase your experience, but we cannot actually going to see the wind. So that is like intangibility factor of the tourism offers. So in this we are going to discuss about how actually we can overcome, how we can create the tangibility factor into intangibility features. So like what are the issues in tangibility and intangibility? Like a buyer, what actually the buyer want? A buyer key concern is to gain benefit whatever he is going to purchase. So in the tourism sector, we can just provide the benefit, or we can just provide the experience of beauty and serenity. That is what we have, we can provide to the customer. So what is the challenge here? The challenge is that how we can sell the intangibility, how we can convince the tourist about its value. So there are few marketing strategies that have been adopted to overcome the intangibility factor. So the first thing is like create credence for the intangibility. So creating credence for intangibility is nothing but how we can create the trust among the tourists, how we can convince them in a very easy way. So these are the few points, like we can provide the FAM tree. FAM trees is nothing but familiarization tree. So what is familiarization tree, and uh, how we can come over about the intangibility factor while providing the FAM tree. So FAM trees is nothing but the it is like free kind of tool which will be provided to the tour operator or the travel agent or the media personnel. They will go to a destination, and it will be provided by the destination management companies or the government, so that they can promote their destination. So these are the person like tour operator, travel agent, and the media personnel. These are the people who have some kind of, you can say, some kind of reputation, some kind of like what if we are providing a PAM trip to social media people, if he is going to that destination and he is coming back, if he is talking about the positive thing about the destination, it is going to be seen by so many people, and because of that the people who are watching him, they can trust him because he has already traveled to that destination. So the talks that is being done by him, it will be having a very great influence, very great impact on the tourists. They can be convinced by the ideas of the social media people. So FAM trip is nothing but it is a free trip that is being provided by the destination management company or the government to the tour operator or travel agent or the social media people. Like in case of India, like there is a council like Turkish Indian Tourism Council, that is in Turkish, that is in Turkey. So what actually they have done is like that they have provided a FAM trip to 40 Indian people, 40 Indian tour operator and media people. They went to Turkey, and they experienced the destination, and once they came back, they promote the Turkey in India. So these kind of things can be done to create to create the credence for intangibility. we can create the trust among the tourists by providing this kind of trips. The second point is net group. Net group is nothing but it is like you can say uh, it is like user generated website like uh, just what is that website like it is a kind of website where you can go and where you can talk about your experience like it is like review site where you can go and you can comment on your experience. The people who are going to visit that destination they can read your comment, and according to your comment if you are talking about positive thing about the destination, they can decide on the basis of the reviews that you have written on the that kind of website. Like in case of Make My Trip website, they they link their website with the okTataBuy.com. So okTataBuy.com is like a reviews kind of website where the people who have traveled, who have purchased the services from the Make My Trip, they will go to the that website and they will talk about their experience. So that is like very much you can say very much important for the company. With the help of this kind of net groups they can create a uh, positive impact on the tourists, and they can convince the tourists by this kind of net groups, by this kind of website. Like in case of there are so many reviews website like there is one website mouthshut.com, that is a review website. We have uh, trip advisor we have where like you can go and you can see the reviews of any hotel or any airlines or of any destination. So these are like very helpful in creating the trust among the tourists. The third point is opinions leaders. So opinions leaders are like they are the people like they have some kind of reputation in the community they belong to. Like there can be community leader, there can be a group head of a community. So these are the people. If the marketer, if the company is going to convince this kind of leaders, they have some kind of authority in the group. If they will talk about the positive thing about the companies, that about the services that they have that they are offering, if these leaders are going to talk to their followers, the followers will be uh, convinced with their opinions. Like in India, we have so many travel bloggers. Like the first one is like that mountain trekker. He is like very famous personality, and millions of followers are there in his YouTube channel. We have so many like travel blogger like mountain trekker. We have nomadic Indian. We have Yatri Doctor, we have like Nomad Sudam. These are the people they have traveled so many countries, and if they are talking about positive thing, the services about about the services about your company, ultimately the follower of their YouTube channel is going to be convinced and is going to be affected by their ideas on your services. Are you getting my points?
Yes, sir.
So these kind of things can be done to create like credence for the intangibility. We can create the trust among the tourists. The fourth thing is like testimonial and the brand ambassador. So you might have seen so many like we can choose a celebrity or we can choose a sport person. Like in case of India, we have Atithi Deva Bhava. So for this Atithi Deva Bhava, we have the brand ambassador like we have Amir Khan as the brand ambassador of the Atithi Deva Bhava. So every country like they used to promote their destination with the help of this kind of people. They will give they will give some kind of amount to this kind of personalities or the sport person. and with the help of this kind of people we can promote the destination. So that is called the testimonial. We can create the video and we can launch on the YouTube or on our website, and we can take the help of brand ambassador. We can take the help of celebrities and the sport person or any celebrity, like in case of the sport or the film or the, we can take the models and all. So these are the people that is like having very good follower, and that are, if they are talking about positive thing about your services, ultimately the people who, the to the people will be convinced by their ideas. So the other point is building brands. How we can build the brands? If we talk about India, there are like millions of hotel rooms which are like uh, which which you can say like they are budget kind of hotels. So any tourist or any like for me, I won't go to a budget hotel unless and until they are like linked, unless and until they are linked with some kind of brands. So these kind of things we can do, like we can build the brand with the help of, we can, like if I have a budget hotel, I can link that budget hotel to the Oyo room, or we can link that budget hotel with Five Hotel or Tribo, and there are so many options that are available. We can link the property with the hostelworld.com. So these are the things will that can be done. We can build the brand while taking the franchises of Oyo Room or any kind of brand. In this way, we can create some kind of trust among the tourists. That, are you getting my point? Should I just,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
that kind of things can be done. Like they can link with a brand, and according to the standard of the brand, they can promote their hotel. And the fifth thing is using films. Using film is nothing but they can promote a destination, and they can show that destination into film. Like you seen the Hobbit movie and the Lord of Rings?
No, sir.
Lord of Rings, you did, okay. So Lord of Rings is suited in New Zealand. Even Hobbit is suited in New Zealand. So what actually happened in this case is was like that the whole you can say the whole area where the shooting happened, it is now a like very famous destination. It is called the Hobbit tourism. So this kind of things can be done. A destination can be promoted with the help of film, and it can be created into a different tourism. You can say we can create a different kind of tourism, like New Zealand, where the Hobbit was shooted. Now it is a different destination that is called the Hobbit tourism. We have created another kind of tourism. So this kind of things can help to create the trust among the tourists. And now the second point, the second thing is that how we can create the tangibility. So tangibility is nothing but for example, uh, if you are at any destination, the weather is very good, the wind is like very breezy in nature. But the thing is that these are like things which will create your good experience. But we cannot in a position to change the wind into physical form. We cannot see the wind with our eyes, right? So these are the things that we cannot do. But instead of that kind of things, what actually we can do, how we can create the tangibility. Like tourism products are like very intangible in nature. So how we can create tangibility in that sector? So we can do like building tangibles. So how we can build the tangible, like in case of ecotourism destination. So ecotourism destination are like intangible destination. where you can go and you can do the activities, you can get the experience. But if any ecotourism destination is getting some kind of eco certificate, that that is going to create the trust among the tourists, because the tourists will think that the destination must have followed some kind of standardization process. Because of that, they have got the eco certificate. So, like getting eco certificate, we can create the tangibility and we can create the trust. And the second point is that, like highlighting the tangible things. So, highlighting the tangible thing is like that. Uh, like we can take an example of Vaishno Devi. If we talk about the Vaishno Devi, like 20 years back, there were like no facilities of accessibility. There were like very less facility of transportation. There were like very less accommodation. There were like very less hotels available at the destination. But if we talk about the present scenario, so many facilities have been created at the destination, and it is like very easy to go to Vaishno Devi now, but it was not possible in the past. So these kind of things we can do, like we can create the facilities that we can see, like we can create so many transport facilities, we can create good accommodation facilities, so that the people can see that kind of thing. By creating that kind of facility, we can create the tangibility into the intangibility features. Are you getting my points?
Yes, sir.
So this kind of things can be done. And the other thing is that, like we can the third point is add on tangibles. Like I'll just come back one second, someone is calling, I'll just come back one. Is it
Yes, sir.
okay?
Yes, sir.
So, like we can give some add on the add on tangibles. So what we can do in this, uh, like if you will go to any hotel, so hotel can do like at the end of your stay, they can provide some kind of gifts to you. They can provide the chocolate if you are traveling with your family, and if you have a kid, they can provide the chocolate to the kids, and they can provide the souvenirs. So what it is like very little very little kind of expenses that will be done by the hotel, but still it will create like very positive experience for the tourist. And these souvenirs and the gift that you have given to the customer, that will be with them for a very long time, and once they will see the souvenir that you have given in the future, they might think about again about like your facility and your hotel, and again they might think to come back to your hotel. So these kind of things can be done to create tangibility in, even though we have like intangible features in tourism offer, but still we can create some kind of tangibility. So these kind of things can be done, like we can provide the gift, we can give the souvenir to the tourist, and that will create like a positive experience in the mind of customer, and once and that kind of experience will give you business in the future. So that we can do, like that we can create the trust among the tourists, like what are the things that we like pamphlet, net group, all these things we can do, and even we can create by providing and the highlighting and creating so more and more facilities at the destination. So that is what the issues that we have seen, and the challenges how we can come over on the tangibility factor. Now we will discuss about the issue of perishability. Like if we talk about the like tourism supplies have fixed capacity with little flexibility of expansion. A destination has a fixed carrying capacity, and the same applies to the hotel or the transport vehicle. So fixed carrying capacity is nothing but if a car is having the capacity of accommodating only 5 people, we cannot accommodate more than 5 people. But somehow we can expand it. Like instead of 5, we can somehow manage and we can accommodate 6 people in the car. In case of hotel also, like if a hotel is having the carrying capacity of 100 people, we can provide the extra bed in the hotel room, and we can carry like instead of 100 we can carry 120 or 130 people. Some expansion can be done, but not not to a very great limit. Like in case of any destination, if a destination is having to carry to to attract only like thousands of people, we cannot send more than 1200 people or 1300 people. We need to send only 1000 people, because the physical carrying capacity of that destination is only 1000 people, so we cannot send more than that. So how we can come over of this perishability nature of the tourism offer? So what is the challenge here is like that, what to do when the facilities don't have enough visitor, or when more visitor than the capacity turnout. Sometimes it happens in the low season that we don't have we have the facility, we have the carrying capacity, we have the carrying capacity of 100 people, but the thing is that in low season we are not in a position to attract more and more tourists at the destination. So what will be the situation on how we can come over with this kind of uh, less demand? And in case of peak season, how we can reduce the demand? So some marketing strategies that have been adopted to overcome this issue is like that, we can do the first thing is like capacity management. So capacity management is nothing but like uh, for example, I'll just take an example of, have you heard about Mahakumbh Mela?
Yes, sir.
So it happens like every after 12 years. It happens in Allahabad, in Nasik, and one more destination is there. I don't know. I think it's something like, I don't know actually. So at three places it happens after 12 years. So I was there in 2012. It happened in Allahabad. So what actually happened in that case, like lakhs of people are coming there at the destination because they believe that if they will go to Ganga and if they will take the bath in Ganga, all the sins that they have, it will be removed from the soul. Because of that, they used to come, lakhs of people come there and they, they take the bath into Ganga. But the thing is that if lakhs of people are coming there, so how we can manage lakhs of people, because Allahabad doesn't have so many hotels, doesn't have so many transport facilities, and lakhs of people are coming there. In that case, what actually they did, they took the help of the local people, because they linked their hotel with the local service provider. They asked the help from the local people. They said that uh, there are so many people coming in these days, and there are chances that you can earn the money. So in that case, what happened, like the people who are coming there, the local people have provided their room. So this kind of things can be done when there is so much demand, and the hotel industry is not able to supply, is not able to meet the demand of the tourists. In that case, we can coordinate with the local people, and we can take their homes as a accommodation. So in Allahabad case, that was the situation. Like the people uh, were giving their home, and they were charging some amount of money by providing their extra room. So that can be like capacity management in case of more demand. So the first thing in the capacity management comes is like using satellite destination. Satellite destination is nothing but there are so many destinations in India. Delhi is very famous destination, and Agra is like very famous because of the Taj Mahal, and Rajasthan is like very famous because they have the heritage kind of thing. They have the Havelis, they have the palaces to show to the tourists, and because of that, these are the destinations like very famous into in nature. Like Himachal, Shimla, Manali, it is very famous in the summer vacation. Kashmir is also very famous in summer vacation. So in the time of peak demand, how we can manage this kind of destination? So we can do instead of promoting only Shimla and Manali in the peak season, we can promote the nearby destination. So if we talk about Shimla, nearby destination is what is that name? There is very famous destination,
Manali,
not Manali.
Shimla,
There like
Kulu, Manali. Usually that is the package,
that is
no?
like very famous. Kullu Manali and Shimla is like very famous. There is one more destination like where like Israel, you can meet the Israel. It is like you can see small Israel in India. That is like very famous. So that kind of destination we can promote instead of Shimla. So people can be shift from Shimla to the people to other destination. That is called the using satellite destination instead of promoting a single destination. In case of peak high demand, we can promote the nearby destination. So in that way we can manage the physical carrying capacity of a destination, and even we will be in a position to develop a new destination, and we can promote in the future as well. So that kind of thing can be used in the capacity management. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I don't know the name actually. It is like very famous destination. Like the name I'm not getting it right now. So so I'll just stop the recording now, and it is already